Hi, I'm Lucy Goman. I'm from the Suburban Hershey Home-Based Center. I'm also treasurer on the Policy Council. My child's been in the program for 1 year, and I believe in parent involvement in education, so I just, I took the plunge and wanted to serve on Policy Council. So I've served for 1 year.
Good morning, I'm Dana Harfield and I am a parent engagement coordinator. I've been with Head Start for 11 years. I started off as a parent in the program. I was on Policy Council and very active in my parent group. Now I work with parents, which is awesome. I would work with parents in the centers. I work with staff, helping with different activities that go on with Head Start, and just helping my co-workers with whatever they need assistance with.
My name is Coralis Narvaez and I'm being the center of Market Street with my son.
My name is Brian Austin and my kids, both of my kids went to Head Start, but recently my daughter just finished Head Start up in Ben Franklin.
Hello, my name is Pushpa Gurung and then I'm in the Early Head Start Center, like in this program for past 2 years now. And then my child is in Early Head, like Harrisburg Center, Early Head Start Center.
And I'm Courtney Noon, and I am an Early Head Start home visitor for Harrisburg, and I work with Pushpa for the past 2 years.
Hi, I'm Betty Lawley. I am currently a home-based coordinator. I've worked for Head Start for 25 years. I was a parent with my youngest biological son.
Hi, my name is Sandra Vivas. I used to be a child in Head Start program in Puerto Rico. I also was a parent of 2 kids, wonderful kids. They were in the Head Start program in Puerto Rico and now in the United States. And I also was a vice president rep for Policy Council. I love it. I love the experience of being a Policy Council. I learned a lot in Policy Council and it helped me in my personal life a lot. Now, as an employee at Capillary Head Start, I work as a health coordinator. I used to be a health assistant and now my new position is a health coordinator and I love it. I love to help people.
Looking back at the first few months with my experience with Capital Head Start, everybody here, made me feel comfortable, welcomed, and warmed.
Well, thinking back, that was so many years ago, my first few months, I was very excited. It was my youngest child who had the opportunity to be in the program. And I remember my first home visit, the teacher coming, talking about leadership roles and things I can do to help with Head Start. I thought I wanted to be in the HOTS program, but after a while I knew that working in the classroom wasn't my thing, but there were so many other things that I could help with. And our center director that we had, Ms. Sherry, was awesome. She was so welcoming to us parents all the time, very accommodating when we wanted parent meetings, if they were in the day, if they were in the night, she made it happen.
I started feeling comfortable with the teacher and the first time she came. She was very nice. She explained the whole program, how she was gonna work with my son and what are gonna be the next step to work with him. They helped me with the situation. I have a second son. He has autism and the teacher, she helped me a lot how to handle the situation with him when he start acting up or the same as his brother. She told me what I had to do with him and how to work with him.
I was like totally uncomfortable, not like we moved here when I just had a little baby. So I had not much, nowhere to go, and no many people I knew. So I just asked somebody about like finding a school or center for my a preschooler, my older son. He was 4 plus. And then my friend gave me this Head Start's number. So I called for my son, Prithvi, for his preschool. But the staff here said if I was interested for early Head Start program for the little baby. She was not even 2 months old at the time. So I said, wow, that's interesting. I didn't know, like, I'm from the different culture. I came back from the different background. So I'm not sure about what are they gonna do with a 2-month-old baby, but really, it's wonderful that she did a lot, so much.
To try to make her feel comfortable, because she didn't realize she was one of my first families. So I'm like, oh my goodness. But to make her feel comfortable, she asked me, the first question when I came in the door, she said, what can you teach me and my baby? And I said, we've got a lot to go over. And that's how we built our relationship from there.
The first few months I was mentored by who was my home visitor in my home, Lisa, and she mentored me through what to do. And as a former parent, I kind of had a little ideas, but everybody here was very helpful and mentoring me with what to do and how to do it.
Well, when I came, I was new in this state, so I had a lot of people from Head Start helping me, personal, like getting stuff for my house for my kids, and also helping my kids a lot because their language was Spanish only, and they didn't speak no English, so they developed the English, and I'm really thankful for that because my kids learn the English in Head Start, and they're successful. I can compare between my youngest one, that was 3 years in a row a Head Start program, from my baby boy. There was 1 year in Puerto Rico and 2 over here. The difference of the learning is really grateful, based on the being a child with ESL child, what they call it, English as a second language. So I really helped her, and helped me a lot, and I'm really grateful for that. The development is really based on Head Start.
Well, we all face tough times, but I could remember being very encouraged by April, who was the parent involvement coordinator. You know, while we were parents and stuff, you know, she would answer any questions we had. She would guide us our way to show us, you know, this is what should be done. You know, this is what you could do. These are things that you could work on. So I know first learning how to navigate Head Start can be a little difficult, but she was definitely a trooper with helping with that.
It was an emotionally challenging time. I was looking for employment, going back to work. I've been a stay-at-home mom before that. Everybody just encouraged me, you know, asked me how things were going. And then when I did find a position, you know, they just encouraged me to and gave me resources to, you know, feel confident to go for that interview and to accept the position.
She helped me applying for the benefit at the welfare office, and then ours, it was done at the right time. So it was one of the thing. And then others, like, I'm really thankful to her because she was always there for me when I feel like feeling hard times. Like, I just call her or text her, and then she's quick to respond me, and then like I feel really comfortable.
One of the first things when I started with her, they didn't have any benefits. And Sheila made me aware that there's kind of welfare in New York City, and here they kind of battle a little bit. So I put her paperwork through Sheila and got all of her benefits and welfare and all that situated. They needed insurance. That was one of her biggest concerns, to get her kids health insurance.
And it was faster than the other families we moved together.
At the beginning of the year, my child's teacher helped me set up 6-month and year long-term goals for me and my family to achieve throughout the school year. The biggest goal was finding employment for myself, which I've achieved that, and I've been at my job for 2 months now, so I'm very excited.
I'm the mother, and you know, and try the best to get all the help we can for my son. She pretty much give me all the information every time a new information comes to the office about programs, parenting, classes, hack program for parents to go, all that kind of information. That's been very helpful.
They've talked to me and told me that the older child might get a little bit jealous because they were used to like the play dumb and all this interactive, and the other one is like, well, she's getting all that attention. I did the same thing and I know this. So they just helped me, and just a couple of exercises that we all did together to show that you don't know more than she does and she don't know more than you. We did the helping each other exercises. And so they said they need each other more than they can be apart. So they said, I think they're gonna be okay, but it's still sometimes she's like, I'm 7, I'm the boss. She says, well, I'm 5 and I'm getting taller than you. So they go back and forth. So
She is encouraging me for doing a lot of things, lots of achievement for me and my family. The first thing is, I must tell here, like, I have 2 kids, and for the first one, I bought a little first like hardboard book when he was 18 months old. Like, I felt that I think he is ready for the reading and learning process now when he was 18 months old. And I can't believe, like, she came with books and then reading to my baby when she was only 2.5 months old, and then she was responding at. She was showing the books and pictures and colors, and then she was so happy, and then moving her eyes, and then her head here and there turning each page. So that is really, that is remarkable. That is cultural thing, and then that my belief, they have changed. Like, she really proved that it's not early or not too late to learn something, to teach them good. But now she's 2.5. She already knows all her shapes, all her colors. She can count 1 to 20 already. So that is a great achievement. Like, she has held. I wouldn't have done that if she was not there, if Head Start was not there with me.
Policy Council is the governing board of the policies made here at Head Start. No decision can be made without the approval of Policy Council, and nothing can be fixed without parent involvement. So I greatly encourage parents to serve on Policy Council. I am treasurer on the Policy Council. I not only serve on the Policy Council, but in charge of the Parent Activity Fund for Policy Council. I'm also parent manager of my child's classroom, and I report back to the parents at our parent meetings and keep other parents informed throughout the year of what's going on.
So I am on Policy Council, which details of there are representatives from each school that is headed by parents that are getting involved with Head Start, with the making of rules and also the monitoring to see where the funds go for the children, and also updates and new ideas.
I started feeling better, more comfortable, and then there was an opportunity for elected in the Policy Council as a central representative, and then I got elected, and then came here, and then they did leadership training program 1 whole day, and there are other programs too, but since I had a little baby and she wanted me to be with her all the time, I couldn't take other trainings, but one of the leadership program, and then I felt more comfortable, and then I came up with more words, and then learning things, knowing better, and moving. It's easier. That makes easier for me to move ahead.
And now she's involved in the Newton East Community Harrisburg. She took on that leadership role with women and children, and she volunteers.
Yeah, I'm volunteer, and then now whoever, like I get many phone calls, like let me get the resource of where to go, whom to talk to. And before I said, like, my kids are in the Head Start program. My older one is in the Head Start. He's going to pre-K, and then little one is in the early Head Start. But many people said, no, we don't know anything about that. And I said, I am going there, I am experiencing it, and then my kids are being helped, and then my family is being helped. I am very happy. And then nowadays people are realizing many more families are on the waiting list, many more are coming in the program. So whoever nowadays, they are started asking me, so that's a wonderful thing.
My advice for new staff will be open to listen. Learn how to listen to the parents to see how you can advocate and help them and support them. Because parents, as a parent that I was, if I didn't have that person there, I still remember her. Miss Valerie was one of them that helped me really hear me what I was going through and say, well, we have this, we can support you here. We have this family support specialist that can help you go through all the situations and help you. So I really appreciate that. And she was insistent, like, why you don't apply for Copyright Head Start and employ as being a nurse? And I was like, oh, no, not really, because it was a total different programs from the one from Puerto Rico to here. And then she insisted, and I applied, and I'm thankful for that because I am working here. This is my almost 6 years that I've been in Head Start as an employee, so I really like it.
Be comfortable. Don't be afraid. I understand some things you definitely have to be honest. You show the parents that you're honest. And even when it's things that's difficult to talk about, it'll get better. It'll definitely get better. But my biggest thing is be honest with the parents.
I have information for the new staff that's coming in for the new school year, for the new families, is to try to always ask questions and listen to some of the parents.
Advice I have for Head Start staff: developing new relationships with new parents at the beginning of the year, is to just always make them feel warm and welcomed, answer any questions that they have, reach out to parents as often as possible.
My advice to new staff with building a relationship with families is to be honest and kind and understand where they're coming from and not be judgmental and just try to learn from the families.
I feel it is really easy, and then it's really important too, because we are now great friends. When I have any question, like other than the kids, and then some other questions too, like I can ask her, and then she has many more things to teach me. I have a lot of things to learn. So home visitors are the resource person. So they are always very, very useful and then helpful. So all other families can really be helped a lot by the home visitors, and then I think like they should have the actual bond between a strong relationship between the home visitors and the families.
And I would say that the 2.5 years I've been with her, even though I'm there teaching and helping and being a resource, they're teaching me too. At the end of each visit, and then with all my families, I learn something. My Nepali families, I learn their culture, I learn their food, I learn how they work, and that's exciting to me. So yes, they're walking away with something, but I am too.
My advice to the parents is just give it a try. I think one of the most important thing is work. Give the opportunity to the teacher, to the person to get involved. And all the parents that are up there and they think that the child has some issues, some situation, just look for help. Get all the information you can and, help the kid develop. I'm very happy with the program. My son is talking more. He's only 2, and he makes sentence. He will tell you everything.
Advice for parents as coming into the program is to work together as partnership with their home visitor or teacher, because they are the most important and first teachers. So to work together.
Take advantage of everything you can. You just never know where to lead you. There's so many opportunities and things out there. I just feel you should just take advantage of all of that.
Any resources that are offered to you, take advantage of them. The papers that are sent home with your child, read them, go over them. Any activities listed only reinforce what's being taught in the centers. And not only the Head Start staff, but other parents can be a resource to you.
That they feel comfortable and trust the people. I know sometimes it's difficult when you don't know them, but we're willing to open and have a good communication, because the communication will be successful for have the whole year with your child, not only with you as a parent, but also as with your child and teaching staff.
When the teacher tells the parent something, they shouldn't just take it, okay, well, I know my child. No, you should listen, because they're with your child longer than you are.
Don't feel uncomfortable. Let them know whatever is going on, and they will help you. You will see as soon as your son start talking and moving around and do a lot of things, you're gonna be okay. I should have done this a long time ago.
I always brag that she controls the visit, and that's how it should be. She is in control. She plans the visit. She follows through. She's very thorough and works hard. When I come every week, I'll leave toys. We do she can use a toy for a week or two, and then, I get it back, wash it, and we do another toy. When I come, she's ready to go. Our time is our time. We get on the floor. She's going over what they've worked on for the past week, new things she's learning and doing. And the kids are just excited to tell me what they've done with mom. And it's fun to see them grow together. And then even almost 2.5 years later, she still has questions and I still have answers. So it works for us.
That's really nice. And then one thing, she came with picnic basket, toy with sandwich, and then ice cream and bananas, and then so much. And then Pratibha, my baby, she wanted to keep that for that week. And then we went to the family day, she wanted to carry it along with her.
It had little toy.
Yeah, and then he didn't want to give her back, but we had. We kept her for 2 weeks at my place, and then she was playing with everybody, sharing food. She was sharing food with whoever visited us. So it was so beautiful, isn't it?
Teaching them through the week, it shows week to week. Definitely.
Give it a try. Give it a try, and you will love it. I love it. You can see.
Well, my daughter's classroom teacher did to make it helpful. They had days where they said, you're always welcome to come in. You can come in and eat lunch with the kids. I came in and ate lunch, surprised her. I came in and did story time and told story to her and the rest of her children. Every time I went in, the kids, they was like, how you doing, Mr. Bryant? That's Melora's dad. He's here to read. Shh. So they know whenever I was there, I was either there to read or to stay. I eat lunch with them, to come a little bit before to do playtime with them. And they loved it. And the teachers, they want you to come interact to see what your child is learning. And they made it so that she said that do get a chance just to drop by unannounced, just to see the look on your child's face and to see what they're doing, because they stop and say, oh, that's my mommy. But after you sit back and then they act like you're not even there. They just go about what they're doing.
She comes for my little baby. She was just 2 months when she started, and then now she's 2.5. But my son, who was 4 then, now he is 6 plus, he gets more excited because he comes with new books and then new toys. and then they could play with, they could learn. So it's always really helpful, and then it's always a lot to do.
Before my daughter graduated out of her second year Head Start, I asked the teacher, could you give me kindergarten sight words? She said, no problem. So she got a list of the sight words, all the words that she needs to know. So we working on pronunciation, what they mean. Then you got some of the words, CC, you got the C, she knows the differences already. Working on writing her name, because sometimes she writes a couple of things backwards. But now she writes her name, does the alphabet. I made the paper that they're gonna use, I put the ABC so she can sit there and write. She's a lefty. So she writes, turns around and writes like this. But otherwise than that, they helped us a lot. And you can see in the attitude with them growing, they enjoy the outings that Head Start has had. They know the people, so I know you, hi, how you doing? But they're very friendly. They've opened up a little bit more than they were, because they have each other, and then a couple of friends on the block. But most of the time, it's just my wife, myself, and like grandma. And when we go see my mother in New Jersey, and grandfather. So the immediate family is us. So they love it. They just love it.
As a parent, the favorite part of Head Start was the supporting the family feel that I feel like the welcome that I feel, and they make me feel that I was part of them and we were family. And then as an employee, the same thing. With the staff, I feel welcome. They were really, I'm really hyper a little bit, and they were like me really. I love them. I love working with them, and they were friendly. You feel like a family. You feel comfortable working with them, and we have a different variety of personality, but I got along with all of them.
My favorite part of Head Start are the children and the parents, but I just love the children and how willing they are to learn and how willing they are to love you, no matter what. My most outstanding moment in Head Start would be just one time. I remember this little boy really had a hard time coming to class and screamed and yelled and hollered, and then one day he said to me, "Look, Miss Betty, I'm not crying," and leaned over and said, "I love you." And so that was one of the moments that I can remember as a very special moment.
I just like to say, it's been awesome through my journey from transitioning from a parent into staff, and still having that family feeling and being able to help other parents.
Family days at the center, and yesterday we had a blast. They had end of the year celebration for the early Head Start Center, and it was in the old preschool center. And then my son, he was so happy, and he called. I had called my mom. We were video calling, and then he said he was so happy. Granny, we went back to my school today, and then we had lots of fun. The food and the painting, all the activities, it was so wonderful. And then kids love and enjoy, and then they brag to themselves, so that is really wonderful.
Every day my child asks, when does kindergarten start, because she is excitedly ready for kindergarten. So, and I've been at my job for 2 months now, and I'm really loving what I do.
My favorite thing about Head Start is the policy council meetings, because then you see all the other parents that are just like you, and you get to hear their ideas from their school, because their school might be different from your school. So it's very good to hear from a whole, because you're just one school, and then interacting with everybody, how you doing, how your family's doing, and shared experiences. That's what I like, because you get to know what's going on, and then you can interact. Just like I said, if the parents don't know, they're not gonna interact. So that's what I like.
Well, my previous supervisor, she was very encouraging with me continuing my education. When I started, I had no degree, and throughout my years, I ended up earning my master's degree. So I think by having that flexibility and that encouragement from my supervisor, it definitely helped push me forward.
As a parent of Head Start and being a vice president, representative of Policy Council in Puerto Rico, I had the opportunity to fly to the Head Start conference. And we had a conference that I really wanted to go and hear about it, or they insist me to go and hear about it. It was talking about an example situation of a testimony of a violence domestic situation and how deal with the kids, how can show you as a parent to get the points, how it affecting that relationship to your child and the education. And I realized in that moment that I was involved in a violence domestic relationship, and I was really thankful for being there because I learned a lot. And when I went back, I was able to get out of that relationship and save my life and my kids. I had to run away to this state, but I was happy that I learned it that way. If not, I don't know where I will be right now, being honest.
My favorite part about Head Start is I was a parent, and my home visitor encouraged me and built my confidence to go ahead and pursue what I wanted to do and to give back to other families. So I took that and I give that back to my families. What was done for me, I'm giving back, and I like that opportunity to do that, to empower and encourage and uplift my families, to help them and see them achieve everything that they want to.
Thank you. I'm thankful, really thankful for that, and also for giving me the opportunity of being part of a staff that can support and help family that also going through the same situation and that I went through. So thank you.
It's more than just a job.
Yeah.
The purpose of today's video was to show to you the importance of building relationships with parents and staff, and to show the difference that you make in the lives of children and families on a daily basis. I've worked here for 5.5 years, and I don't think I realized until today how many lives you've changed. Thank you from all of us.